am Namgay. Welcome to Season 4 of Queer Talks. Queer Talks is brought to you by Canada in Bhutan. Today on this episode, I'm very excited to talk to the first pansexual I know in real life. We have Yeshey Dema with us. She is 21 years old, identifies as cisgender, so I'm going to be using the pronoun she and her to talk with you. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on Queer Talks and to have this conversation with me.
Thank you for the opportunity. It was like something I cannot imagine, being in front of camera and putting on makeup and all. It's my first experience, but it was really good. I'm
so
glad
you're feeling
that I
okay?
did it.
Are you not feeling uncomfortable, right?
No, I'm not.
And this is your first time on camera?
Yeah.
So what made you decide that you want to have this conversation with me and you wanted to come on Queer Talks?
Because when I was growing up, I didn't know anything about any outside world. I was too into my it's like I was like always trapped in the house with a TV, and then I didn't have any idea about what was going outside the world. Then I faced a lot of gender crisis myself, gender identity. So I want youths to come out confidently, those who are in closet, that it's okay. You can take your time, take it easy, don't be hard on yourself. Just know that you're not alone, that you're not alone right now. So everyone's out there to help you. The people around you, you just have to notice. You just have to notice, then you will feel that you are not alone.
So what made you, like through your own experience, how did you feel that you were not alone? That what you were experiencing, who you are, is okay. What made you realize that?
I realized it too late, but then when I realized that my mom always used to say, like, be whoever you want to be. Don't be someone you're not. So that was the support she have given me throughout my life. And then she's still supporting me. So she's the first person that I came out. Then she was like, at first she was confused. She kind of knew that I was growing up like that. So she had a feeling that I would be someone like that. So she just like, you're just going through a phase right now. You will face a lot of things, but then I'll still support you for who you are, for who you will become. So that's the realization wonderful. I had. Like my mom was always there. The support I had, I wasn't alone. So her support didn't make me feel like I'm not confident enough to come out. I don't have to question myself for who I was. So her support was something that I'll forever be grateful.
It's amazing to know that you had your mother's support, right? Not many are fortunate enough to experience the support in their homes. A lot of the support comes from outside. So you have your allies or your friends outside of home who are your support system. So you definitely had that safe space at home, which is fantastic to hear. And definitely I can see that the confidence is different because you have that support at home. How old were you when you came out to your mom? And do you remember the conversation you had with her when you came out to her?
I don't know how old I was, but then I was in 8th grade. So I realized it too early that I was gay, that I'm attracted to women, I'm attracted to every person, every gender. So when I came out when I was in 8th grade. So I just said, like, Mom, I want to cut my hair, then I don't want to be girly, I'm not comfortable. I said, like, I'm attracted to women as well. So she was like, she laughed at first. She laughed and said that you're just going through a phase right now. You're just hitting puberty. Maybe you'll change someday. But then she believed that I wouldn't change. She knew deep down that I wouldn't change. Because I was confident when I came out. I knew that my mom support. Then from that onwards, she never made me feel uncomfortable about my gender or whoever I was. She always supported, so
that's wonderful to hear. You were telling me, you were saying how you realized very early on in life, and you're telling me you had your first major crush when you were in the 5th grade?
Yeah. When I was in 2nd, 3rd and 4th, 5th grade, I knew that I kind of had a conflict with both boys and girls. I wouldn't get along with anyone. So it was always me, I was alone. So when I was in 5th grade, I had this huge crush on my senior. She's just 1 year senior than me. Then I was taken aback. I didn't know at that time. I didn't know about LGBT. I had no idea about it. So I was like, I was so different. I felt so different. I couldn't get along with other children. I wasn't like what society wanted me to be. At that time, it was just boy and girl. So a lot of confusion came along.
And you were telling me that one other space where you felt, oh, there are other people like me was when you went to play football.
Yeah.
Do you want to share that experience?
Yeah. After that, we moved to Phinseling. So
From Thimphu to Phinseling?
No.
From?
I moved like from Thimphu to Samchi to Phinseling.
Okay, so from Samchi you moved to Phinseling. Okay.
So at that time, the sports were kind of hit. So a lot of my friends made me, like, influenced me into playing games in sports. So while playing at that time, we had a tournament going on, Songkhak level tournament, district level tournament, and so I met a lot of people there. Then I saw a girl dating girl, or maybe like the way they expressed themselves, the way they carried themselves. It was like, wow, I'm not alone. So I kind of felt like, yeah, there are people like that.
But you didn't have that conversation with anybody. You just observed and you saw and you felt, okay, I'm okay. Right? Yeah. And it's interesting you say this because a lot of people assume that being queer is like a Western influence. I always get attacked for it. Also, Queer Voices of Bhutan always gets attacked for this, and they say, oh, don't bring your Western ideas to Bhutan. And you're somebody who was not like, you didn't have like gay role models, or you weren't even influenced by media, right? You were saying like you're so away from all of this, and it was just natural.
Yeah, I grew up, I didn't know. I didn't know that there was people like that around the world, like social media and everything. I wasn't influenced to that one. I wasn't influenced to someone, some people around me. I didn't know about that one. So I came out as I was. Then when I came out, then I grew up knowing that I'm okay being normal, something like that. So I saw people like that, and then I knew that there are people like that, and then I'm not alone. So they're like a totally different world from just girl and boy gender.
I think even gender-wise, for you, your case is very interesting because not only did you have like a gender identity crisis, like where you were born a girl, right? Your sex assigned at birth is female, but when you were growing up, you even identified as non-binary, right? Yeah. Neither boy, neither girl, right? Or both. And then you're like, oh, now you're finally cisgender female, right? Yeah. Then you also had a crisis with your sexual orientation where at first you thought you were lesbian, right? Yeah. Then you were like, oh, maybe I'm bisexual, right? Yeah. Because you're attracted to everyone, you were saying, right? But you tried to date some boys. Do you want to share that and how you finally realized you're pansexual?
Yeah. I came out as lesbian at first, so I was kind of attracted to women only. I didn't know about that one, so I didn't have any male friends being intimate with me or maybe emotional connection. So it wasn't there. So I just knew that I'm just attracted to women. So I thought I was lesbian. So later, at some point, I was like, maybe I'm bisexual because I felt attracted to boys who are feminine, like who give feminine vibes, like feminine energy. So I was attracted to them. So I thought maybe I'm bisexual. Then I went through asexual also. Yeah, I thought I wasn't like. In any of the moment, I wasn't attracted, No, there was no sexual attraction. So I thought like maybe I felt in sexual attraction, like I'm not sexually active, or maybe I'm not sexually, how to say this one?
Healthy or sexually normal?
Yeah,
I don't want to say normal.
Yeah.
I don't say normal because it's such a hetero, like other people. Okay, let's not use the word normal here. But yeah. So then you thought you were asexual. Yeah. So yeah, and
then I met. I have a lot of cousins. So one of my cousins is bi. She's a very feminine, girly, but that she's bi. So she made me realize that it's okay. Like I'm not sexually. I can fully function sexually. So she made me realize that, and then she really helped me through my gender expression. So before I was like, when I grew up, all the puberty hitting me, I'm a woman, so all my hormones were rushing. So I felt very uncomfortable about that one. I used to wear like all boyish clothes, but still then, my menstruation is all there. So she didn't realize that she helped me, but then she really did in such a way that it was okay to have like that. It's normal. You're also a girl. You're a woman growing up right now. So whatever you wear, however you express yourself, it was really okay.
So you didn't have to have that conflict saying, oh, I feel, a certain way, but my body functions a different way. Yeah. But then you also tell me when we met prior to this interview how you were not satisfied with all of your identities. So you did so much research, right? So do you want to share like how you're like, oh, so that's what I am? Yeah, share that with us.
Yeah. So through all the gender identity, sexual identity I faced myself, so I didn't know that there was other words, other terminologies. Yeah, I can identify myself as. So I researched through and through that. All the asexual, intersex, and everything. So finally, I came to know that there was a word called pansexual. And then pansexual is like normally attracted to human beings, where there is no gender, where you cannot see person as a gender. When you meet someone else, you don't see as like, oh, she's a girl, or maybe he's a boy, or maybe there's like pronouns and all going on. We just like, oh, they're like that.
The person.
They're a person, yeah. Then. Yeah, I knew about that, and then I thought, yeah, I'm like that. I think I am like that. Then I confirmed that I am pansexual, because I really do see people as themselves only, not their gender or not how they're seen by other people.
That's such a great explanation for pansexuality. If you're wondering, what does this pansexual thing mean and what is this experience about? So thank you for explaining that to our audience who is watching Queer Talks. So does this give you comfort now, like that? Has that conflict disappeared? Growing up, you're wondering who you are, what do you identify as? And now realizing that you're pansexual, has it given you comfort? And how do you feel about this now?
Yeah, now I'm sure that I'm pansexual. And I'm really comfortable about that one also. So I don't want people to be like, oh, she's like that and she gives off masculine energy, but then still like some people like even the male, they come out like over like manly male, they come out to me like they flirt with me and then they talk. I'm really comfortable about that one also, because they don't see me as someone I identify myself as. So it was great.
An interesting experience.
Yeah.
So you haven't, like, for instance, like one of the biggest insurmountable challenge in somebody who comes out as being queer or identifies as queer is the lack of family support, but in your case it's not that. But would you say that there were other challenges because of who you are?
Yeah, I had like a lot of challenges because people, I met a lot of people, and even in school, the teachers, they don't really know about all the things, but then they kind of discriminate gay people. So I felt the discrimination, but then I have a lot of teacher, but then I have one teacher who's like, she doesn't refer to me as she or they or he, but then in general she uses they, and then she doesn't really talk about it. Maybe she's not comfortable talking about it, but then she respects that who I am. She doesn't really anyway. Then she's like, she doesn't tease me as like you're gonna get up like grow up and then marry a boy or maybe someone else. She was always like, now who are you dating with? Who's the person? Like there's no specific
gender.
Yeah. So in school also there was a lot of discrimination. Still then some of my teachers are really great. So I never felt that like an outcast for being a gay. So yeah, the experience was interesting, at the same time a very valuable lesson.
So other than your mom, like who else is your support system? Who do you feel safe with? Who do you feel comfortable being yourself with?
I have, like I said, I have like lots of relatives. I have lots of family. So 3 of us are gay.
And are you all around the same age?
One is at the same age, but she's 1 year older, and then the other one is, we have like 4 years gap, I think.
And did you all come out like to each other? Like how did you figure out? Yeah.
One thing is one of my cousin, she is dating right now. She's dating our public figure right now. So when we saw each other, we were like shocked, but at the same time, like, we laughed at each other because we knew when we were younger, we knew we were like that. But then we didn't know that we would grow up to be the same person. So it was like fun to see each other. And we were like, whoa, you wait. Then how did like all the conversation, it took place in such a way that we don't have to hide for ourselves from whoever we want to be. And then we were like, at the first thing we said like, oh, you're also attracted to this one? You're also gay? Then we was like, yeah. Then we just said like, did you come out to your dad or your mom? Then the conversation carried on. I said like, I came out to my mom, and then she's really supportive about it. But then my cousin, at the time she didn't come out. So I said like, it's okay to come out. At first they'll take it hard, but then eventually like you're their daughter or you're their son, they'll still accept for who you are. Then they'll come to know that there are more people like that. It's not always us, like it's not only us. So yeah, we went like that. And then one thing is like I said, I have a sister who is like really feminine. I didn't know she was a bi, she was like a gay person also. But then she said like, she came out naturally because I was like that. My gender expression is like that. People will figure it out that I'm a gay. So she was like, I'm also bi. I have a girlfriend like that. Like she showed me pictures and everything. Then I was like, oh, that means two femme can also date. Yeah.
So there are different things that you're, and also it's good that you highlighted that, because in our minds we assume that when you look a certain way, even your sexual orientation must be a certain way, not realizing that people who look completely heterosexual, like female, male, cis female, male, that we could still be dating the same gender, right? Yeah. So that's a nice thing to share with in this conversation. I know that you enjoy writing, right? Yeah. So let's talk about you now, like not just your sexual orientation, not just your gender identity, but who you are as a person, right? So you enjoy writing. You've written 2 books, Dele.
Oh, thank you.
And they're on Wattpad. She still hasn't told me what the books are called. So do you want to share with the audience what the books are called?
One is Garden of Ripped Thoughts.
Garden of Ripped Thoughts, okay.
And the other one is Between You and the Stars.
Oh, nice. Are those like love stories?
No, love stories, like poetry.
Oh,
it's poetry.
Wow, yes.
But some of the poets are like very, you can see that I'm falling in love, or maybe I'm falling out of love. I'm writing about that person, or maybe the heartache, all the pain, relation and stuff, and then things I face myself, then among the families around the world.
Does it, is writing therapeutic for you? Why do you write?
It is an escape for me.
Escape from?
Reality.
Okay, and it gives you comfort.
Yeah, it gives
And you've written
comfort.
it as Yeshey Dema, right? On Wattpad, people can find you. What's your name there?
I write under Wix Wine.
Wix Wine? How do you spell that for our audience if they're interested in reading your work?
Okay, WHISK.
Okay.
WINE.
Oh, short for whiskey wine.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Whisk Wine. If you're looking for her work, it's on Wattpad. Garden of Ripped Dreams and Between
Stars
Between Stars and You, right? Okay. Oh, thanks for sharing that bit about yourself. So what next for you? What is there in your future? What do you want to do?
Right now, I thought of working for like 2 years. Then I'm going to continue my studies.
And you're going to work, you said, something to do with gaming, which is very interesting. Is that something you enjoy as well?
Yeah. I'm very athletic, so yeah, I enjoy gaming. I enjoy playing games, but not like online games or mobile games, PC games. So I like physical games, playing basketball, football, or volleyball, badminton. There's a lot of games. So right now I'm going to work in a gaming center. So we don't have games like that in our country, like bowling, pool.
Yeah, so that's something you want to explore. Oh,
There's
good luck
something
with
I want
that.
to do, like,
Good luck with that.
There's also like figure skating, so I'm going to learn about that also.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and I hope you bring that back here because we really do need diversity and like when it comes to games as well. But thanks for sharing your story with us, Yeshey. Is there anything else you want to share with our audience? Anything else that we haven't talked about in this conversation?
I think that's all. I just want to say like, you're not alone. It's okay to go through what you're going through right now. But then there are people, you just have to open your eyes and look around. There are always people supporting you. There are always people, our love language are different. We differ, it differs from person to person. So I just want to say like, some love language can be aggressive, some can be meaningful, some can be harsh, some like physical touch, words of affirmation, that's all. So I just want to say like, you just have to feel it and notice that there are people who are still supporting you. You're not alone. You're not alone in this world. There are like billions of people in this world. You can always reach out. I kind of give therapy to some of my peers who's going through a lot of things. They know me, some know me as unpaid therapies. That's what they call.
Do you have like, how can people reach you then if they want to have a conversation with you and they want to seek your help?
I'm into a lot of platforms right now. So I kind of write and then I give lots of words, information, and they reach out to me.
But which account can they reach you on, which social media?
Yeah, before it was on Facebook, then now it's on Instagram.
And what are you called on Instagram? Do you want to share?
Whisk Wine.
Whisk Wine again, okay. Whisk Wine, I think we know what her favorite drink is.
No. No? It's the worst combination.
So why Whisk Wine?
It's got a long story.
Yeah.
But in short, it's like I get drunk in words. I get drunk when I'm writing.
Yeah.
So me being drunk and then writing, people doesn't really believe that you're writing. The words you said, it's not authentic. So they're like, okay, so whiskey and wine is the worst combination. So I just put it together because me being drunk in words like writing, and then the words I put in, it's like the words I put in very serious or something like full of emotion. So it doesn't really combine two of us. So.
So that's why that combination, that's how you write as well. That's very creative. So if you want to follow Yeshey, then you can find her as Whisk Wine on Wattpad as well as on Instagram. Thanks for sharing that. I'm going to be following you as well. We also have a gift for you from Queer Voices of Bhutan. So thank you for giving us your time, for sharing you with us. Thank you so much, Yeshey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to everybody who watched this episode.